Hey guys, welcome back to Build and Babble, the show where I renovate an EA house while talking about a topic requested by one of you guys. And this week I am renovating Streamlet single in Willow Creek, and I basically decide what it's going to become as I do it. So I kind of saw the pink slats and decided to go for a really cutesy sort of like nifty knitting kind of themed reno. So this is a cottage type bungalow type thing for maybe an older lady or man who likes to knit, and it's really cute and colourful and cozy inside. So it's just base game and nifty knitting, so you can download this from the gallery. My origin ID is Carysmoo, CARYSMOO. So today I'm going to be talking about my nerdy fandoms and the kind of fandoms that I'm into, and how I kind of interact with them and stuff. And I have done some pretty weird stuff in my time. This topic was requested by Princess Jasmine. I'll link her channel in the video about now. She's absolutely wonderful, so definitely go and check out her channel, and she's going to be doing her own take on Build and Babble. So yeah, anyway, check her out. So fandoms. So I have to admit, when I was younger, I was somewhat of a weeb. Not somewhat of a weeb. I was a huge weeb. I cosplayed. I went to conventions and entered competitions and everything. So I don't know if it's still something that people watch these days, but I was absolutely obsessed with the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Looking back on it, it's probably because her character shows a lot of symptoms of borderline personality disorder, which is a mental illness that I have. And I really related to that character, and I just love the anime. I thought it was hilarious. Maybe not so much now, but you know, things change. So I loved that when I was like 14, 15, and I cosplayed as Haruhi and went to loads of conventions. So it's like Birmingham MCM, Manchester MCM, and competed in some cosplay competitions and won a couple. So I actually won £1,000 when I was 15 for doing Hara Hara Yukai, which is a dance that features in the anime Haruhi Suzumiya. And yeah, I mean, I was 15, I was really skinny. I may or not have flashed my arse accidentally during the dance. Makes sense that I won, because, you know, the kind of people that were there watching are kind of predatory, but, you know, anyway. So I was super into anime. I actually learnt Japanese at university because I was so into it, and yeah, I was a complete weeb. Like, I'm so guilty of cultural appropriation. It was embarrassing, but yeah, so I used to love anime. The first anime I ever saw was Elfen Lied, which is really dark and really gruesome, and definitely not the kind of thing that an 11-year-old should have access to on YouTube, because I stumbled across it on YouTube, which really probably wasn't for the best. Literally within the first like 2 or 3 minutes, somebody's head gets ripped off. So yikes. So I was really into anime for years. I actually ended up being secretary of the anime society at university because I was so into anime, but also I was super organized and really nerdy. So I was the organizer over the nerds at university. That was really fun. I still kind of like anime. Like I'll watch like a really, really good one and a highly recommended one now and again, but I'm definitely not a weeb anymore, and I don't look back on those days particularly fondly. Dressing in all of the cosplay outfits that I used to dress in, like big yikes. I actually have some unlisted videos that are of me dancing, like anime dances and stuff, and it's just all very cringy and awful. So that's something that I've been was into for a very long time. Much to my embarrassment. Okay, and another thing that I've been into for a very long time has been Doctor Who. I used to post so much on the Doctor Who wiki page. Like, half of the stuff that is on there about the David Tennant era, I wrote that because I was obsessed. I love Doctor Who. I saw the first when the first Christopher Eccleston episode actually aired on the BBC in 2004 or 5. I watched it. I was quite young. I think I was like 11 or something. And I was like hooked. I was like, oh my god, time travel, you know, girl bored in her life gets taken away by a mysterious man, time travel machine. Like, wow, that speaks to 11-year-old me, you know. So loved Doctor Who, particularly when David Tennant was the Doctor, because I mean, if I'm being honest, he was my first crush. I absolutely loved David Tennant. I mean, obsessed with. So I was super into Doctor Who. I actually met the guy who voices the Daleks a fair that my mum organised, because she used to organise like county shows for Devon and Cornwall. So she organised one, and the guy who voices the Daleks is from Devon or Cornwall, I can't remember. Anyway, so he was there, and I got to meet him. He was cool. And I also got a picture of 10-year-old me next to a giant Dalek. I can't find it, but I know that it exists somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's at my mum's house. I will share that picture at some point, because I'm wearing the most hideous fluffy pink jumper, because I really loved pink when I was younger. So there is a picture of me with a Dalek. Daleks are taller than you think, by the way. So yeah, I have also done some Doctor Who cosplay. I wrote so many fan theories. I used to like watch clips of the most emotional episodes on YouTube and just cry. I used to be able to quote most of the episodes. I used to know everything about Doctor Who canon. I sort of gave up on Doctor Who when Matt Smith became the Doctor. I didn't really like the writing style. I hate Stephen Moffat and what he did to Doctor Who. Can I just say, worst writer for a TV show ever. Like, Sherlock is awful. I'm sorry, fight me. I don't care. Sherlock is written terribly, and unfortunately it bleeds into Doctor Who as well. Like, Stephen Moffat is a genuinely terrible writer. He made the Doctor from some some Time Lord who was pretty unremarkable and just pretty generic, and sort of was a bit of an outcast that fled his planet, into some like ethereal kind of like godlike being. You know, everyone knows who the Doctor is, everyone wants to kill the Doctor, and it's just like, no, that's not the point of the Doctor. The point of the Doctor was that he was just like some bog standard Time Lord that wasn't actually a very good Time Lord, and he just sort of started to travel around and get himself into shenanigans, and it made him endearing because he didn't have a reputation. And then Matt Smith comes along, and then suddenly the Doctor's some kind of like god that's been like predicted for centuries, and it's like, oh no, I liked him more when he was just like some dude. So I used to love Doctor Who. Now I just get angry whenever I talk about it, so yeah, sorry about that. And even more so, I was like, oh, Stephen Moffat's finally leaving, hallelujah. And then the new guy came in, and he's just like even worse. It's just like, oh my god. And also, I can't believe it took so long to get a female Doctor. Like, oh. Anyway, calm. So now I'm just totally out of touch with Doctor Who lore, mostly because they rewrote it, because why not? And they just ruined canon, and it doesn't make any sense now, and I'm just fuming about that, hence. Anyway, what else am I a big fan of? Game of Thrones. Oh my god. Game of Thrones is practically my life. I am obsessed with Jon Snow. Jon Snow is my true love. Seriously, I'm obsessed. I love him. I dream about him frequently. I have a lot of pictures of him saved to my phone. Not even Kit Harington, folks. Jon Snow. I don't care about Kit Harington. Jon Snow is where it's at. The character. The books, started reading them in 2002 when I was definitely too young to be reading stuff like that. I've been obsessed for nearly 20 years. I love it. However, hate the TV show, especially season 8. Absolute trash. My cat Hugo, my special boy, I often called him Drogon because I have what I perceive to be a similar relationship with Hugo as Daenerys Targaryen does with her dragon Drogon. Because he's just, I feel like he would, so, spoilers for the end of Game of Thrones Season 8, mute me and carry on watching the speed build if you don't want spoilers for the end of Season 8. But when Jon Snow kills Daenerys and Drogon comes in and burns the throne, like, I have this vision of Alex having to, like, stab me because I've gone absolutely nuts, because I am pretty nuts. And then, like, Hugo comes in the room and starts, like, growling at Alex and, like, burns a chair, because Hugo's very protective, was very protective over me. So yeah, I don't know. And whenever I watched that scene and got angry at the end of Game of Thrones, Hugo used to come and like sit on my lap and comfort me, and it was all very sweet. And yeah, but I love Game of Thrones. I think I could make a whole series of videos about Game of Thrones, but I'm not really sure how much of an overlap there is with the Sims community. So this video is quite short. Sorry, but I basically have had loads of interaction with fandoms over the years. I can do a part 2 of this because I have barely covered anything. But anyway, let me know what you want me to talk about next time, and I hope you enjoyed this speed build and my babbling. Love you guys, and see you next time.